Hi guys, welcome to a video, and in today's video I just wanted to do a review of Ammonite. I saw it at the cinema recently. Yes, once again I risked it all to see a lesbian film, and I have no regrets. Ammonite is a film based on the real life of Mary Anning, a British paleontologist from the 19th century, and in the film we see Mary Anning in her later years where she's selling fossils and stuff to tourists, and one day she is visited by a man of science / tourist who is somewhat a fan of hers, and he basically pays Mary Anning to look after his wife whilst he goes away because his wife is suffering from melancholia. Yes, that dank depression. So Mary ends up looking after his wife, Charlotte Murchison, and eventually the two develop feelings for each other against the backdrop of a British seaside town, very atmospheric. So this film is directed by Francis Lee, who is a lovely reclusive homosexual. So me and Francis Lee have a lot in common. I've actually seen Francis Lee's work before in God's Own Country, which is another gay film, and it is absolutely fantastic. He has a real eye for filmmaking, so I sort of already knew there was no way that I wasn't going to enjoy this film. What I liked about this film, first and foremost, was the cinematography. Francis Lee has a real eye for capturing atmosphere and mood and making the British landscape look beautiful. So the filmmaking was just beautiful, real chef's kiss. The other thing I really love about Francis Lee and his filmmaking is he doesn't shy away from gritty reality and the reality of humans. The way women are represented in this film is not something you ever really see on the big screen. The women in this film are absolutely humanized. Another absolutely pleasant surprise was Fiona Shaw was in this movie, and when I tell you, as a Killing Eve fan, when I tell you I nearly screamed in the cinema with joy, but I had to suppress it. It's a fun lesbian thing to see Fiona Shaw on screen. She has a part in this film, and I was unaware that she did, so I was super happy to see Fiona Shaw on the big screen. And of course, Kate Winslet's acting in this film is phenomenal. I had forgotten what a fantastic actress she is. She can convey so much emotion without really having to do very much. This is not her first lesbian film. She was also in Heavenly Creatures, which is actually the first lesbian film I ever saw. And I'd go as far as to say that Kate Winslet's acting kind of made this film what it was. If I slept with Kate Winslet, it would also cure my depression. I'm just very attracted to Kate Winslet in this film and would definitely give a kidney to be in Saoirse Ronan's position. Several of Saoirse Ronan's positions in this film. The final thing I loved about this film was the intimate scenes were done really well. I think both actresses really kind of just got the job done. I think it really paid off. And I'd go as far as to say, as far as intimate scenes in lesbian cinema go, this film probably had one of the best love scenes that I've ever seen in cinema. And that's simply because I recognised myself and my own experiences, which can be a bit hit and miss in lesbian film, especially when you've got a male director. I think Kate and Saoirse really went out of their way to make sure that this love story was done as authentically as possible, and that really shows on screen. And it was just refreshing to see two women interact in a way which I recognised to be true. And this film is definitely one of the better lesbian films that I've seen. Now, I don't really have any dislikes for this film. As you can tell, I do really like the film. However, if I'm gonna split hairs and look at it through a critical eye, I think the part of Charlotte Murchison could have possibly been slightly better cast. Now, I think Saoirse Ronan is a fantastic actress. I loved her in Little Women, and I genuinely do think she's gorgeous and fantastic and very talented. But I did feel like she slightly paled in comparison to Kate Winslet in this film, and I don't think this is necessarily because of Saoirse Ronan's acting skills. It's not about pitting actors against one another. Overall, I think both women did a fantastic job. There was definitely chemistry there and it definitely worked, but I felt like Kate Winslet really gave us everything and more, whereas I feel like just with the way Saoirse Ronan is as a person and as an actor, when it comes to interacting with other actors on screen, sometimes there seems to be a bit of a reserve there, I've noticed. And there were just parts of this film where I just wanted her to kind of crack herself open and give us a bit more. There were also parts in this film which somewhat mirrored other lesbian films that I've seen. The two women have a scene to do with lacing up a corset, which was very reminiscent of The Handmaiden. However, that's not to say that the film doesn't stand up on its own, and also sometimes in filmmaking it can't be avoided but to repeat certain things that have come from film before. Overall, I really love this film. I can completely recommend it, and I will absolutely be watching it again. And usually if I want to see a lesbian film more than once, it means that it's very good. And Kate Winslet, if you're watching, if you ever want anything from me, I will give it to you. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you've seen the film, let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe for instant disappointment, and I'll see you guys soon.